Now I'd like to talk about timelines within timelines. So every single time you make a symbol, I'm going to do an oval. I've got a symbol, which is, in this case, we're going to do graphic symbol. How do we do that? We hit F8 or right click on it. And this is just going to be, call it one symbol. See this timeline? This is the timeline for the main scene 1. This, when I double click it, you can see I'm now in the symbol. This is the symbol that has its own timeline. And I can have as many layers as I want and as many movements within that symbol that I want to have. For example, let's look at one of the cards that is on my website. This is 50 years old. When I click on her, this is the main timeline, right? You've got, get rid of the camera. You've got a camera. You've got an action frame that Josh will go over. And you've got all kinds of things. You've got the porch. And if you click on it, and there are a lot of layers, you can highlight stuff. And you can organize this into folders if you like. I got the background. You can see that has a bounding box that surrounds it. Now look what happens when I click on her hand, which is on the main timeline. I'm now in arm positions. This is a graphic symbol with different arm positions in it. If I go here to Window, and I go to, where's my, and I go to my frame picker, Window, frame picker, and I click on this arm, I will have access to all of these frame pickers. These little frames here. That means, here's her arm. If on this frame, I want her arm to go out like this, I just click it and the arm moves. You get that? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab her face. Sarah's head is what the name of this is. And you can see her head side. That's the movement on the main stage. But inside of the symbol, double click, you see her head has many different components. Mouth positions. Here. You've got eye positions. Here. You've got brows. And all manner of things that are residing in the head that when you put them all together, it's just one movement. So, head, all kinds of different and then I can take the entire head with all that movement in it. And having its own timeline, I can move that back to the main timeline where it resides and just move the head back and forth. I'm going to make and then I'm going to transform this head, Q key, and I'm going to move this down, this little pivot point, and just twist the head just a wee bit so she has some realistic capabilities. So that is a conversation about a timeline like this within the main timeline.